Oh, good afternoon, or I guess it's more kind of good evening. Oh, had a few minutes to myself for a change. Down in my shop here a little bit. Working on a number of, I guess for lack of a better word, mad projects. One of my projects is getting a white cat. Think about it. Anyway, a little package on my porch today when I came home, and I just unboxed it. I don't know if it didn't survive the trip very well, or if it wasn't in very good shape to begin with. It's a really kind of woogity old. This is a really old crystal set. It's probably homemade. It's literally just falling apart. Apparently the back is still in one piece. Need to have a big cleanup. Shop has turned into a disaster area. I'm down to about 60 projects here. Okay. To make sure that's turned off. I don't want to get any hate mail from the YouTube police. This is somebody's, I think this is a homemade crystal set. It's just kind of all falling to pieces here. I think this is some old wood from I believe this is probably from an old fruit crate or something. It's nailed together and screwed together and kind of held together with a lot of goodwill. It's actually a back, for lack of a better word. Sure what I'm saving that pile of junk. I don't know. I might try and glue it back together just for fun. Worry about that later. This oh, that's not good. I thought there was a well, maybe that was my imagination. This is a crystal set that uses a piece of galena or germanium, and it sat in that little tray, and then you locked it into place. I thought there was a piece in it. Maybe that was my imagination. And I'm not sure. Yeah, this is a cat whisker radio, basically. This is the cat whisker. And it's just got a, these don't get any simpler. It's got a coil somebody wound on a very large cardboard tube and then shellacked or varnished. And then they put a lot of work into all these contacts. And I'm not sure which side is which, although it appears that somebody has scratched a G and an A in there. That makes this other side the headphones, I believe. This is actually kind of an interesting crystal holder. There's all sorts of these. They're just, if you want to see a few hundred of them, look them up on the internet. The ones I always thought were cool were the ones with their little glass like tubes in the crystals in the inside to kind of keep the dirt out of them. And I assume this Bakelite is probably, or this face piece is probably Bakelite. And it looks like somebody went to a lot of trouble to wind that coil. And every one of these is kind of through a little, I don't know, an eye, and then bent over. Somebody went to a lot of trouble. Yeah, there's tons of these. There must be I don't know how many taps there are there. And each one of those are drilled and screwed in. This is something somebody bought and assembled. And those knobs, huh, they're not plastic. I thought they were. They're wood. So there's what? That's kind of clever. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 taps. That one's loose. They're just little studs with screws on the back threaded on there, and that's probably a kit. And that's got 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 18 studs on there. Actually, it looks like somebody took a compass or a scribe and drew an arc on there. Did a pretty good job. They drew those on there. Huh. Looks like this is just tapped a bunch of times. That screw, that hole there looks like it was ripped out. Yeah, there was a kind of a hole in the bottom of the radio. What's left of the wood. Looks like somebody kind of splashed shellac all over the place. Let's see. Yeah, this is probably the headphone part. There's no variable cap in here, so this is probably to be really blunt, probably a really crude crystal radio. I swear there was a piece of galena in there. Oh, I probably got another one in some other radio. Old crystal radios are actually kind of cool. They're I don't know, they're just, I've always had a real soft spot for them. Looks like somebody found some binding posts. I got kind of a little bit of everything. This is probably somebody's, looks like somebody's junk box stuff. I don't think there's any two matching things in here. Oh, I'm sorry, I've been up, got up pretty early today. Well, I need to see if I can find a little piece of galena or germanium, or I guess certain silicon would work too. Any semiconductor would work. The germanium would be better, or the these are kind of fun because you can try different metals, and sometimes things that are corroded work too. Hence the how the razor blade shortwave, or not shortwave, the foxhole radio, the razor blade crystal set works. This needs a little cleaning. This crystal adjuster is kind of interesting. Actually, it has just a spring and two washers, and then it kind of floats in the middle there. I bet it doesn't make very good contact, and it's very corroded. This little whisker, the detector point, is probably phosphorus bronze. Looks like it's bent up a little bit, and this is the cup. I don't know. These are so simple, it probably works. I could cheat and put a diode in there. Yeah, looks like this is probably all factory made. I bet this was too. It's kind of interesting. So where does that? Let's see. That goes to ground. That goes to the. That's kind of weird. That coil is. Is there two separate coils here? Yeah, it might be. It might be what this is. That. Let's see. Well, I'm gonna get out some paper and do a little drawing here. Although I probably could find out quick enough with the voltmeter. Oh, come on! Let's not all fall on the floor. Gosh. Okay. mad scientist rumpus room is turning into hell. Actually, and that meter's dead. Skippy. Yippee, Skippy. Let's see here. Well, what about this one? Got about 100 voltmeters and none of them work. Need to have a good cleaning. This is a cheapy tool store one. Actually, these aren't bad little meters. If you play your cards right, they're about 15 bucks. Okay. So, let's see here. Well, let's just try and find out. I wonder if this is 2 separate coils. And okay, so we got one there. Just a little tip. I love these clip leads, but they're badly made. These are the factory ones, and they just crimp them, and they're really pretty poorly made. I've kind of stopped buying them. And they just quit working from time to time, so always trying to check them out before you get too carried away. So we're going to make an assumption that this, I think there's like 2 coils here. This is the ground, I believe. So this wire is cloth covered in some places, but it's badly damaged. Probably cotton. Okay. Well, here's 19 ohms. That's kind of weird. Huh. Well, there appears to be 2 coils here. This, let's see, goes to ground to, I don't know. That's kind of interesting. Doesn't go to the antenna. Okay. Well, oh, there's a stray wire there. That might be broke off. Wonder where that went. That thread through there? Yeah. Well. Let's see. Let's try this other side. So that goes to the antenna. Let's. Oh. Okay. What the hell? Yeah, didn't I warn you about those clip leads not working? Look at that. That's just total. What the heck? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, there must be a lot of wire there. Let's see. But where does that go? That doesn't even make any sense. Well, there's... Well, that's very interesting. There are 2 coils there, and they both don't have an end that goes anywhere. It's like they're broke off. Might explain something. I'm going to have to get some paper and draw this out a little bit. I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Well, I kind of hooked it up here. The drawing of this is really strange. Basically, in a nutshell, the antenna and the ground come in and go pretty much to the earphone. What I've done is I've kind of cheated, and I hooked a little power amp that's Well, you can't see it. It's a little battery-powered power amp. Radio Shack used to sell them, and I used to make fun of those. And now I've got about 6 of the damn things. They actually work pretty good. They're little baby power amps. They used to be $5, and since they run on batteries, you can do about anything with them. I went ahead and the thing actually works. What's weird is those coils really aren't in. They're in the circuit in parallel to make a tank circuit. Since there's no cap, there really isn't a tank circuit, and that coil isn't electrically hooked together. It's kind of 2 coils that just dead end up against each other. I'd have to draw it out again. And I took and I actually connected the 2 ends together to make one big coil, and it changed the way the radio works, which is always fun.
To go. You know, you gotta get on these kids fast, and you gotta generate the excitement, because the fast is recruiting going down, you know, 70%.
So there must be a little capacitive coupling between the.
So, you know, we gotta get on these guys quick, we gotta do our evaluations, but at the same point, we gotta be
coils.
20 to go in the game, 79-6.
Of course, it has about no tuning. It tunes about 2 stations, although it does tune them pretty loudly. That's pretty interesting. So, I might have to straighten the case out of this. I don't know, it's more of an oddity than anything else. I can honestly say I don't think I've ever seen a crystal radio. I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever seen a crystal radio designed quite like that. It's different. I don't know if I was... I don't know. It probably... I'm just going to leave it alone. I was thinking, you know, I ought to tear it all apart and kind of remake it in my image and put a... I was trying to think if I had a variable cap floating around here. Give them credit, there's about no moving parts in the thing. Well, I think I'm going to play with it some more. If I come up with anything revolutionary, I'll let you know. It's cute. I mean, its own little sort of clunky way. I guess if you were in town and didn't have a radio, this would be the best thing since sliced bread. Well, if you have any comments or questions, let me know. This will probably be the, I don't know. Somebody did take the time to stain it. Man, they got the biggest wood screws. It looks like a bolt.
This is going to pretty much do it. Michigan will be...
Thing's loud. It ought to drive some headphones. Those amps don't have a ton of gain. They're reasonable gain, but not a ton. I don't know. What do you think? Tear it apart, leave it alone, put the case back together, set it on the shelf. I don't know. It's kind of 6'1". You know, actually I've got a number of old, for lack of a better word, they're kind of cigar box radios. I just don't have the heart to destroy them to make good working radios, because they're kind of interesting history more than anything. Everybody had their own way of doing things, and there's actually a lot of nice hardware there. I think I'm going to leave it alone like the rest of them. I don't know. Tell me what you think. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them. I don't know when this thing was built. Probably the 20s. It looks pretty old. If you'd like to join my channel, it's a click away. Anyway, take her easy. Have a great day.